What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video where I'm going to be reviewing the Dragon Ball Super manga. Last time I reviewed chapter 55, where Miras's identity was revealed. Today I'm going to be reviewing chapter 56, which is titled, um, Warriors of Earth Assemble. So for this chapter, a lot happened actually. A lot on Earth happened. Like I kind of had a feeling from the end of the last chapter, Moro and his army went straight for Earth, and they are there, attacking the Earth, getting ready to just fucking maul everything, and hoping for Goku and Vegeta to show up so Moro can test himself against them. But the manga itself opens up with Jacko, and he goes back to Earth with all of his resistance force, if you will, like the Galactic Patrol are on Earth, and they're gonna help the Earthlings out to fight against this army that Moro has put together from all the prisoners of the Galactic Patrol and whatnot. So we open up there and we notice that the Z Fighters have assembled, if you will, like they have been put there. They're on the front lines, ready to do their good diligence duties. You got Krillin, obviously. You got Master Roshi, of course. You got Piccolo, obviously, and your boy, the team leader, Gohan. You already know who it is. You got Tien, obviously. But surprisingly, these two people came back. Now, these two people, if you guys are familiar with the whole Dragon Ball series, you know they used to be a big thing in Dragon Ball Z early, in Dragon Ball for sure. That's where they got most of their shine. But Chiaotzu and Yamcha have joined the fight, ladies and gentlemen. Chiaotzu and Yamcha, bruh. I like at first I was like, okay, like at first I was like, why? But then I was like, okay, I'm kind of interested to see, like, because like hard PTSD. And Yamcha, I mean, I feel like he's always been through so much downs that he's always tried to prove himself to the Z Fighters. He's always like, "Oh, let me go, let me go, let me go." Like in the Tournament of Power, he wanted to go and fight for them, but they were like, "Nah, you should stay back." And so like, I kind of lightweight felt bad for him, but now to see him back, I feel like he's gone. I feel like we've been ducking him. We've been ducking Yamcha for too long. That boy been training his ass off, and now he back in action. And in the chapter, I mean, he clearly shows that he been training. And one of the mercenaries that's he's fighting with is like, man, we didn't expect you. You shouldn't be this strong. And then Yamcha's like, you really think I'm weak? Like, I'm the top three strongest Earthlings, not Saiyans or anything like that, but top three strongest Earthlings. Because one thing about Yamcha that we forget is he's just a regular human being. He doesn't have Saiyan energy. He doesn't come from another planet like Piccolo. He's not born with Saiyan blood like Gohan. He's just straight up an Earthling. So the fact that he's able to become a Z fighter and be able to just be that strong, um, he's obviously not gonna be god tier like Goku or Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just obvious, bro. We all know he's not. But I mean, he's still, he's useful, and they put him to use. And you know what? That's actually, I like that. I like to be able to see that. And so Yamcha out here coming back, he might be the MVP of this chapter, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody was raving about Yamcha, and after this chapter dropped, and I can see why now. But Yamcha and a bunch of the Z fighters, they scatter because the Moro's army is all over Earth. They are trying to get all of Earth's treasures before Moro sucks the energy out of the Earth. So the Z fighters spread up. Master Roshi, Krillin go together to deal with one quarter of the Earth. Yamcha goes to deal with another quarter of the Earth. Tien and Chiaotzu go to their quarter of the Earth. And then that's left with Piccolo and Gohan, who are just left to be fighting a rematch with I forgot this guy's name. I think his name is 7-3. That's what his name. They just go by. They don't even have like names. They just go by like their inmate names, like cellmate numbers, I guess. But number 73, who he like a few chapters ago showed up on Earth with this young guy who looks like the guy from Sandland. another Kira Toriyama book. But anyways, he came up like a few chapters and he stole Piccolo's abilities, because that's his power. Is he can, like, if he grabs you by the neck, then he can store up your abilities, and he can store up to 3 abilities at a time. And he shows up automatically, grabs Gohan and Piccolo's necks just instantly, just like that, just real quick. And it threw me off guard when I was reading it. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, he just really came out of nowhere. They about business. But you know what I'm saying? Your boy Gohan, you already know what I'm saying. He come out clutch with a new technique. He came out with a shield technique. I ain't never seen this shit in my life. But leave it to Gohan to come up with a new technique. And so he shielded off a attack by him, and leave it to the father-son relationship that Piccolo and Gohan have. They use their teamwork, and they fucking mollywop this, bro. Like, it was so entertaining, but also just satisfying to finally see Gohan, like, fucking just haul ass. I mean, we saw him when he got reintroduced into this arc, haul ass, and that was dope. But to see him go, there's just some great panel work that Toyotaro does in this chapter of him and of Gohan and Piccolo teaming up and fighting against 7-3 and the inmates of the Galactic Patrol put in jail, against 7-3 in particular. And it's so satisfying, bro. Like, it's very satisfying to see that. It's so cool. It's just Dragon Ball. It's just pure Dragon Ball. Like, he uses all pure Dragon Ball tropes in this chapter. And so far in this saga, and I think I mentioned it in the last video, but this arc, the Moto arc, has gone through so many phases, but it feels like the Saiyan saga, Namek saga, and Cell saga all had a baby, and that's what this arc is right now. It's so entertaining. There's so much that's going on. It's super fun to watch. Even, like, the fact that they brought Yamcha back, like, I'm okay with that, because I was thoroughly entertained. I thought he was really, like, he fit in a weird way. Like, even though maybe he might die later on, you know, who knows? It's Yamcha. Anything is possible. But the fact that he did come back, it was entertaining. They didn't do it in a bad way. They did it in the right way. And also, I mean, there was tropes for sure, like Dragon Ball tropes that maybe some people will read and they'll be like, you know what, like, we've seen that before. But for me, it was done so well that it just feels like fresh, if that makes any sense. Like, it just feels like fresh content, because Dragon Ball's the Tournament of Power arc specifically, in the manga specifically, they didn't do too much fan service. They kind of just rushed it because the anime was already out and was already like, they were ahead of the manga, if you will. And the anime was doing a lot of fan service. They were going way back to the late Dragon Ball, early Dragon Ball Z, and they were doing a lot of fan service. And while it was cool to see, it was also kind of like annoying at times, because I was like, yeah, we've done this before. Can you just move on and let's just get to the new content? But this just feels so fresh, so reinvigorating to the series, and so, like, new. And I just really want to see it animated, like 100% like the manga animated. So I hope that's why they're taking a long time with the anime, because I really want to see this freaking arc, man. This arc so far has been amazing. Nothing less of great. So, your boy Gohan and Piccolo was beating up this dude, and this dude was going to come clutch with the power of Moto. And then Piccolo was like, oh, we got to beat him right the fuck now, because if he uses Moto's power, you already know we're fucked. But while that fucking happens, this dude boy's about to shoot a blast, and guess who comes and kicks this boy in the fucking neck, bruh? I was shook. The fact that I didn't know that they were gonna come in the chapter shows you how invested I was in the other characters. The fact that they were able to lay down groundwork for the other characters and then have these characters pop up later on, and you're just like, oh shit, because you kind of forget. There's so many characters in the Dragon Ball universe, bruh. It's easy for you to forget. But your boy Android 17, the MVP of the Tournament of Power, and Android 18 be coming in clutch, bruh. The fact that they brought them in was so genius, because Moto's power can only drain energy, but they are androids, bruh. They don't have any energy to drain. So for them to fight 7-3 is a perfect matchup. And the fact that they came in at the time that they came in was just perfect. It's just perfect, bro. It was so awesome. I was like out of my seat, bro. I was reading the manga on my phone, like standing up. I was like, bro, what the fuck? It felt like I was like watching Dragon Ball Z back when I was like 10, 11 years old. It was a lot of hype. There's a lot of hype going on right now, and I'm just really excited about this. And yeah, then you see Moto come up at the very end, and he pops out of his seat, and he's like, you know what? These motherfuckers ain't really doing shit. Maybe I gotta fucking step on the root, step up, because this is getting boring to watch. So it looks like he's gonna go on the battlefield, which is a bad thing considering that later we see that Vegeta is still training, and he's trying to learn like a specific move from the Yard Rat sensei, if you will, but they don't tell you what this move is. You know, so far we know that Vegeta's learned a lot of stuff on planet Yardrat, but we don't know specifically what he learned. I mean, he learned how to control his energy, and I talked about that in the last video, but they don't, like I said in the last video, they don't show you every single little training segment. They just give you glimpses and to remind you, yeah, they're still training. And Goku, the last panel, all they show you. And I had a theory last video, bro. Oh my god. I had a theory that Broly was going to come back. And now I'm starting to think that your boy Broly not coming back, bro. Because this last panel, it just literally reads, meanwhile, Goku. And he's like, which way is Earth? And this alien is like, that way. And it just says Goku was lost. And so, like, I'm just like, bruh, this motherfucker Goku gonna come in late. Just like he always does. Because he doesn't know how to fucking navigate a ship. But now I'm starting to get the feeling that he's not thinking about going to planet Vampa and seeing Broly. He's just trying to get to Earth. Which is a shame. I hope they change it, bro. I'm still having my hopes up. I hope Broly comes into this arc. That would be complete fucking, like, insanity. I would fucking love that. Like, bro, like, I know it would be stupid, but also for some people. But for me, it'd just be like, come on, bruh. Like, you could have it set up so that Vegeta shows up first before Goku and comes in late, if you will, the first late person to show up, and Moto like wreaks havoc, and here comes Vegeta, and it's his time to shine, and he fights Moto one-on-one. And while all of this is happening, Goku is with Broly. And then when things get a little bit rough, Goku and Broly come to Earth. That's what I was hoping for. But it seems like that might not be what we get. It seems like it just might be straightforward, like Vegeta and Goku are going to show up late at the same time to defend the Earth and fight against Moto. Like I said, I really hope that maybe Goku's going to do an instant transmission and notice a very powerful energy, and it's Broly, and he just like, oh, hey, now that I stumbled upon you, we got a bigger problem. I don't know, man. I don't know how they could do it. I just really hope that Broly comes up in the picture, but it's starting to feel like he's not. Which is a shame, because he's such a good character, man. Like, they set him up so great in the movie. Like, he's so, like, there's possibilities, you know? But anyways, it's not looking like that's going to be a thing. Vegeta is also, I know he's going to show up late. We know this because in the manga he says, one of the Yardrat people who's watching him train is like, yo, shouldn't you go on Earth? Can't you sense the energy on Earth? There's some shit happening. And Vegeta's like, yeah, I sense it, but I'm not going to go to Earth. He's like, Moto's not still in the picture, bro. Moto hasn't joined the fight, so why the fuck am I going to go? I need to master this technique. And obviously this technique has to be something big for Vegeta to say that, for Vegeta to be like, nah, I can't go back unless I have this shit fixed, bro. You don't understand. Then it's got to be something big. It's got to be like a technique that is going to be like if it's a point when he fights Moto, I swear to God, I'm going to be pissed as fuck. It's got to be a big technique. It's got to be. So I'm very curious as to what the technique is specifically that the Vegeta is learning. I am also curious as to what the fuck Goku is doing on space. Clearly, he went to like a random... Clearly, he went to like a random planet. Saw a random alien, was like, can you help me out, bruh? I don't know where I'm going. I'm a fucking idiot. But the alien's like, I think Earth is that way. And the fact that the alien is like, it's that way, makes you fucking... It's like this life form I mean, we're just assuming that they call it Earth, but it could be like a planet number or some shit. That might be how they refer to it. But it's just the fact that the alien's like, oh yeah, Earth, no, it's that way. It's just, it's like, and Goku who lives on Earth doesn't know where it's at. It's just funny, but it's also kind of like, yeah, it seems like a Goku thing to do. But yeah, that's pretty much the chapter. A lot happened, but also it was just a lot of action, which is not a bad thing. They have everything set up so they can show us as much action as they want. To be honest with you, now's the time, because clearly we saw it in last chapter. Moto was gonna go straight for Earth, and in this chapter he did that, and his army is there and they're attacking Earth. And yeah, now the battle has started and the Z fighters are there, and it's pretty notable also. Like we're skipping past it. We're going straight to the fights, right? But it's very notable to remember that in the last chapter, months passed before from the point where Miris and Goku were training to now, when Moto goes to Earth. A lot months have passed, so that means the Z fighters have been training. So for Gohan for like example, Gohan to pull up that shield technique, it's not unfeasible, because they told you, months have passed. That means that the Z fighters have been training. And even Krillin says it in the chapter. He's like, "Don't take me lightly. I've been training for months." And the guy was like, "Okay, whatever." But that's a big thing, because we don't know what they have up their sleeves. Clearly, Piccolo and Gohan have been doing couple trainings, because they got some real good chemistry as far as the fighting goes. And clearly, Gohan, this is my hope for his character. Before I end the video, I just want to say I really hope that they do something with Gohan. Like I want him to be like the last one standing, if you will, like a battle arena before Vegeta or Goku show up. I want him to be the guy, that Moto's like, "Damn, you pretty strong, kid." Like I want him to like have his moment. Like I know he kind of like let go of the Super Saiyan essence, if you will, because he was like, I don't really need that to be strong. I got my ultimate form, which is cool. You know what I mean? He's paving his own way, and as of late he's been doing a lot of training, but I really want to see his come up. Like I really want him to glow up again. Like we need another glow up of Gohan, bro. We really do. He's such a good character. He deserves it. If Vegeta gets the glow up, Gohan should get glow up too. Also, before I end the video, I promise this video is gonna end before half an hour. Goten and Trunks were not in the picture. A part of me was actually wondering whether they were gonna come in or not. I've been missing Gotenks, bro. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I've been kind of missing that character. But they haven't been in the picture, because instead of them, we got 17. And what 17 and 18 point out is, because Gohan asked them, "Hey, yo, how are the kids doing? Like, how's Goten and Trunks? Like, how are they doing?" And 17's like, "Oh, no, they chilling. They taking care of my animals." And 18 was like, "Yeah, they like happily wanted to be rangers." And so like they're out there being rangers, protecting animals, which is nice. It's a good plot device to use to not have them in the story right now. But a part of me is kind of like frustrated the fact that they're still not. They've been sidelined for so long. Like when are they gonna get their glow up? When are they gonna grow? You know what I mean? Like at least in Dragon Ball Z, they were able to like tie in Gohan's growth and have that be an arc. I really hope that if they continue with Dragon Ball and this is not the last arc that we see, that the final arc before the ending of Dragon Ball Z, where they reach that point, I hope it's a Goten and Trunks arc. That's my arc that I hope after this. I really do. I really do. I really hope that Goten and Trunks have an arc after this. I really want them to like grow. I really want to see their progress. I know it's going to be about Goku and Vegeta right now, but also like there's so many other characters that they can do. Like Gohan, Goten, and Trunks are my 3 right now. Those, I really want to see Goten grow up. I really want to see Trunks become the future badass that he could be. And there's just a lot of possibilities, obviously, that they could do. I'm sure Kira Toriyama and Toyotaro are aware of that. I'm sure Toei and Shueisha are aware of that. And I'm sure that's why they don't want to end the series anytime soon. For anybody that thinks that the series is going to end anytime soon, I think it's blasphemy, because Akira is writing another movie that should be coming out, that they should be announcing. They've been playing it really close to the chest as far as the anime is concerned. They haven't announced shit. But I really hope they announce something, and I really hope that it's not like an arc that they come up with, but rather this arc. I really hope that they animate this. Do not reanimate Broly, Dragon Ball Super Broly, the movie. Do not reanimate that, please, dear God. You saw what happened with Resurrection F. If you're gonna reanimate Dragon Ball Super Broly, the movie, you can't do it with the animation that you did for Resurrection F. It's just that'll be booty, bro. I am not gonna watch that. I'm gonna skip it, just like I did Resurrection F and Battle of Gods. I'm gonna skip it to the next arc because we have a better version of that shit. Like, we don't want to see that again. And the manga did it right. They're like, even though I kind of wanted to see the manga's interpretation of that Broly fight, like, they moved on. They were like, they referenced it at the start of this arc and were like, yo, we came back from fighting this bigger dude, but what do you need our help with? And here they are. That's why I hope Broly comes into the picture, because he's clearly he clearly has a presence in the story and in the universe. So yeah, but there you guys have it. You guys be sure to let me know what you guys thought about the manga chapter. If you guys read it, if you guys haven't read it and saw this and have watched this whole video through, Jesus fucking Christ, you just got spoiled the fuck. I don't know how you did it, but congratulations. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to send your predictions for whatever could happen possibly next. It seems so far now that we're gonna get a lot of the action from the Z Fighters, which is freaking awesome. It's gonna be classic Dragon Ball, and in classic Dragon Ball fashion, Vegeta and Goku are gonna show up late, bro. They really are. So yeah, be sure to like this video, subscribe. If this is the first time watching a video of me, I do a lot of stuff other than reviews, especially manga reviews. I've been deciding to do Dragon Ball Super manga reviews as of late, just because I feel like there's a lot to talk about. But I also do a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel, so you definitely want to subscribe if you want to see me open cards, if you want to see me do reviews of other things, if you want to see me like react to trailers, if you want. I do a lot on my channel. I try to do a lot, at least. So yeah, a subscribe means the world. A like means everything else. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video, and hopefully your boy Gohan has a glow up, bruh. Let's hope and pray.